So this is the car turning up on the back of a truck. It's the first look that I got, and shout out to Jacko and Ryan for shooting some footage for me on a pretty windy day. It's pretty much what I was expecting. Uh, I mean, I was just looking for something with good bones. Something that had running gear in it, and something where the window and door apertures weren't too smashed. Yeah, this was kind of the last of the good ones that was left. A couple of G-body guards in the car. I'll probably pass those on, as I don't think I can use them. Here I am sort of explaining to the awesome truck driver just sort of like the ins and outs of getting the car. And he was telling me that he swung past Powerhouse, and they were interested in the car, as to who had bought it and how much and all the details and whatnot. We've put the wheels on it. I had the wheels already, and there was a box of wheel nuts in the car that I had managed to source stateside before it left. So this is the first time it's rolled in a very long time. It's been in a junkyard since 1997. So I was pleasantly surprised that it actually rolled. I mean, none of the wheels were seized. Had a steering wheel in my stash, so I put that on and managed to, yeah, get it onto the column. And to my pleasant surprise and amazement, it actually steered. So just confirmed my suspicions from the photos. You know, it had a steering rack, and the tie rods and everything were there. So pretty happy about that. Yeah, my neighbour Jay giving me a hand to push it into my lockup. I mean, pretty hideous day for it to turn up. I'm just glad it wasn't raining. I mean, look at the tree in the background. It's going nuts. Nothing a casual Wellingtonian hasn't seen before, but you know, bit of a breeze, bit fresh. Anyway, got the car unhooked, and I mean, this is the first look at it. I'm pretty happy with it, to be honest. So yeah, just pushed it over to my lockup and kind of cooked the angle, so had to sort of just gently pick it up and shimmy it round. Well, that's okay. There's a spare wheel that I picked up for it. As soon as I can sort out the trunk area, I'll be able to put that in there. And yeah, able to push it in. Bit of a gust coming through, but that's okay. Yeah, I mean, lucky it doesn't have an engine and a gearbox in it. It's light enough to pick up and push it through. Shimmy it round. I mean, that's pretty hard case. It speaks to how little this car is and how light it is. And yeah, just rolled right in. Well, I've pushed it outside. I should have cleaned it yesterday when it was sunny, but it's all good. It's not raining. So let's get to it. Yeah, here I am just basically making a start on cleaning things out. I sort of do a few voice breaks in between, but basically this is me pulling out all the rotten carpet, trying to pull out all the debris, sort of seeing what's in there. Yeah, this is basically a first pass of cleaning everything out. You guys saw it on the walk around. It was pretty hideous.
I managed to get one of the back seats out, so I'll give you a quick look at what I have pulled out. So far, the back seat rest and one of the squabs. That starter motor that you saw in the last video. A couple of interior pieces, some broken bits of the seat back, seat belt, a couple of bits of horsehair that I'm going to use for the reupholstery, the other winder, and the rear of one of the chrome guard on one of the bumpers on the back. Alright, I'll show you what I've done so far, and then we'll get back to it. So, there we go. All the bones look pretty solid. I'm just going to try and drift that pin out or reassess if it doesn't move, because I'm trying to get it out so I can get this seat back out and then move on to the other side. Alright, back at it.
And back to it. So, you know, that was the first look at the floors and all its honesty in the back and everything. By the end of this, I'd managed to sort of get most of the stuff out. The back seats on the right-hand side just weren't going to come out, so they're a problem for another day.
Let's go have a look at the back seat and what it's revealed. As you can see, we've got a bit of ground. That's actually not too bad. I mean, someone can patch that. It's not like I have to cut out the whole seat panel. I'm going to have a good poke at that corner as well, but I'm just sort of going to keep at it, tidy this up, try and get all this shit out, and then move on to the front. Cool.
Wasn't really bummed out about the little hole in the back passenger seat kind of cushion area. That's, even once I've blasted it, I don't think this car's going to reveal too much more damage other than what's really obvious in terms of holes in the body and any kind of surprises. Like, it needs a whole lot, but that's okay. Like, I think it's strong where it's strong, and where it doesn't really matter too much, there's a fair bit of damage, but that's easily fixed.
Alright, so here we are in the front, passenger side. Yeah, to be expected. Just sort of in the process of cleaning out all the shit, all the stuff. Sprayed some CRC on that, just it's the mount for the kind of like passenger footboard. And been finding lots of little bits and pieces like that. There's the back again. Lots of little screws and clips and I don't know what, but you never know what's what really. Okay, put some CRC on those, try and get these seats out at the end of this video. Cleaned up all in here, I mean big holes, whatever. Some fuse stuff, the hole by the bottom of the accelerator pedal. The pedal assembly looks alright, just needs to going over, I guess, just like everything else in this car. It all seems pretty solid under here. You can see a bit of daylight, and the yeah, there's my hand. So, you know, sorry about the shakies. Yeah, anyway, so I'm just going to vacuum this up and revisit, just sort of pulling off bits and pieces. Sprayed a bit of CRC on that. That's the driver's foot pad for around the pedals. The whole front scuttle area looks super solid though. I'm pretty stoked on that. We'll get a better look once I pull everything out and get the seats out and everything. Anyway, I'll put you back on time lapse.
You know, for a car that's nearly 60 years old, it's in pretty good shape considering. Yeah, I mean, tried to clean it all out and get all the rotten stuff out, just so that I can get to a good place where the certified repairer can see all the ugly, and get to a plan that we can make moving forward and work towards getting this thing back on the road, because I want to daily drive it. I don't know if you can tell, but I am absolutely filthy. Yep. Anyway, let's have a look at where I'm at. So, I have taken off the base cushion because it was just in my way and I couldn't see what was going on. Just trying to get to all the mechanisms for the seat. Let's another look at that. Anyway, I'm just gonna finish CRCing everything and then I'll come back and try and get all these seats out. Cool. Yeah, I absolutely mangled this particular bolt. The Dremel was just not the right choice for it, but I just really desperately wanted to try and get these seats out. Moving forward, I'll probably have to drill that out, and as you can see, the disc just absolutely ate it and completely disintegrate. So I'm glad that I was wearing safety glasses at the time, but yeah, not my finest work. So check this out. Yup. Also, we've still got the front to do. I'm sure there's a few bits and pieces in there. Look what I found though. Super stoked. Found the closing part of the latch that fits in the receiver there. So that's really good. And sort of gave that a bit of a spray, which is why it's wet. But also haven't moved that. That looks like a horn grill to me, which is super cool. Anyway, I'm not sure what else this is going to give up, but there's plenty to clean in here, so we'll get to that in a bit. Gave the whole thing a bit of a spruce up with this one. Ended up moving on to cleaning all of this up. Came up pretty good. Was able to sort of identify things that needed attention. The only thing that was broken really was the cover of the steering column and the steering arm down into the rack underneath the smuggler's box. It's just a plastic cover, but I can fix that. Moving on, just a bucket of bolts and a few latches and washers and things, but it's always good to keep that stuff. And then a bracket out of the front trunk. And then moving on, I sort of cleaned the sticker off the starter motor, and it appears to be the right one, so I'll need to follow that up, but it's looking pretty promising. Next up was a bit of chrome trim off the rear bumpers and the horn grill, like I pulled out of the trunk just before. And what appears to be an aerial for the radio and a grill. And I'm not sure about that wiring. I thought it was part of the radio, but there might be some underseat heating. I'm not really sure. There's a torsion bar for the suspension. I'm not sure where that came from. It might be a spare one. All of this stuff is the passenger and driver's foot panels. And what I think is part of the heating system, but I'm not quite sure. If someone could give me a heads up about that, that'd be great. And here is the driver's side mangled sill cover, and then the window sills along the top of the door cards. And then moving on, we've got a seat belt and some insulation that I'll use to make patterns from. And then the one of the locking mechanism knobs, and a window winder for the other side, and the passenger side armrest for the door card that's missing, and the front windscreen seals, and the seats that did come out of the back with the broken arm on it, and what looks like an aftermarket garage opener slash alarm of some kind. So yeah, smuggler's box, some pretty good shape. I just need to clean that up. I'll give all this a really good sort of brush over and a spray once I've talked to the certified repairer, and he's happy to see all the ugly. I don't want to try and hide anything from him. It's important that he sees it as honest as it can be, so we can make a really good run at trying to get this back on the road. Yeah, that whole front area, the front of the inner wings and the front slam panel where the bonnet goes into, and the suspension pan on the bottom that the suspension is attached to, that all needs to be replaced, as do the floors. And I'm sure there's a lot of other things that will be revealed once we blast this. The seats are out next, and they've come out and they look really good to reveal the floor. Yeah, I've got a few more reveals to make in the next couple of weeks. Well on the way to getting the next video sorted out for you. And thank you. If you could like and subscribe my video, that'd be really good. It would help me a long way towards sort of getting this channel off the ground and realizing my dreams of getting this thing back on the road. As yeah, I want to daily drive this thing. You know, why have a car like this and not use it? So yeah, thanks very much, and I hope you enjoy the video. Yeah, there's a look at that again. It just needs a patch. I mean, even if we blast it and it's not so bad. I mean, I've seen those whole things rust out in other people's cars online. So, you know, you can get panels for this thing. I'm not really worried about it. I'm super excited. Really looking forward to getting this thing going.